What's up, guys? Matthew Sweet Lou Holmes here, and today we're going to talk about the conga drum and how to make the right sounds, basically technique, sounds, hand position, how all of that stuff affects what goes on here on the drum head. Okay, so we're going to get started here. Yeah, love the conga drum. Sounds so good. The first thing we have to talk about are the 6 sounds that you can make. The 6 sounds are the bass tone, the treble tone, or the toes. They're called heel toes. The toes, the open tone, the muted tone, and the slap, and the closed slap. There's the open slap and the closed slap. All right, so the way we make these sounds, that's the most important thing here. The techniques for playing, let's first talk about the heel toe. The heel toe, or the bass and the treble sounds. The bass and the treble sounds. Okay, it's the heel toe. My approach for heel toeing, the heel toe are the inner beats from what you're playing. So like if I'm playing a tumbao, all of that, those little bassy and treble inner beaty sounds, that comes from the heel toe technique. So my approach to heel toeing is basically you start off with a flat hand and you lift the back of your hand and let your fingers be heavy on the front, and you just kind of flam that down for the heel, the bass tone. That's a good bass tone right there. Just kind of flam those fingers down, and then you just rock up and place it down for the toe. So we have the heel and the toe, the heel and the toe. And when you get faster, it basically comes down to a lifting, dropping motion. Just a little more impetus, just a little more impetus on the toes. That's all about lifting and dropping back here. The little down up motion happening in the wrist creates that from the hand. So those are the heel toe technique, bass and treble sounds, right? Open tone, you want to have a flat palm or flat surface of your fingers here, fingers together, but nice and relaxed, not tense, not like a board, super relaxed, right at the edge of the drum. You want to get the rim about there, and just let that hand hit with a solid flat surface on top of the drum. Probably going to be the easiest tone to kind of master. It's kind of a natural, relaxed approach to playing the drum. So we're going to move on to the slap. Now, the slap is like when I first got my congas, is the thing that I was like practicing. I learned how to do slaps everywhere. Slaps both hands and slaps and slaps. And some people get super grabby when they approach to do their slaps. There's a lot of different approaches and techniques, but what we're going to do today is talk about how I approach my slaps. Basically what it is you're playing a rim shot like you would on a snare drum. You know, the stick hits the drum head and the rim at the same time, makes that air pressure poppy sound. That's the same concept for a slap. But the thing is, there's no real rim to make that. So your hand has to make that tiny little air pocket underneath to make that happen. So sometimes you see people go all the way here to make their air pocket. Sometimes you see people can make it mostly with a flat hand. So the slap, again, they're open slaps, closed slaps. Sometimes different grooves calls for different slaps. Like there's open and closed slaps in that Mozambique groove there. So there's different styles. Sometimes people's heel toes, when they do heel toes, they'll play a small slap on their toe. Gives your patterns a little more drive. So that's the slap. You want to come down with mostly a relatively flat hand, a small little air pocket at the very end. You don't want to come down with your hand like this into the drum. You want to come down as if you're playing a normal open tone, a normal stroke. It's like playing a rim shot. You're playing a normal stroke that hits the drum head and the rim at the same time. You're playing a normal open tone. You move your hand a little bit towards the center. And at the last second, a little cuppy, and you'll get the correct sounds. Now we're going to address what I view as one of the most important things as a percussionist, as a musician, is the ability to get between sounds while staying relaxed. And what I mean by that is a lot of times when people go between stroke types, they tend to want to use tension to make those transitions. So we're going to work on getting back and forth between these stroke types without using tension to make those transitions. So, and what I mean by that is all of your patterns, like there's a lot of different sounds and things happening in there, and that can't be done from a place of tension. It has to be done from a place of relaxation. So I practice going between my sounds. That's one of the first things I do every time. Like obviously the first thing I do is heel toes, and I work my heel toes pretty frequently. And I just play 8 on a hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's super relaxing. You can do it on any surface. I do it all the time. I do it on my chest all the time. Like you can do it anywhere. On my legs, I do just relaxed transition between heel, toe, stay relaxed, don't tense up. Heel, toe, stay relaxed, don't tense up. And that's the name of this game, staying relaxed, don't tense up. Now, that same thing can be done with anything. Another one of the transitions to be able to go back and forth between really quickly is open tones and slaps. Once you get your slap to a point that's super relaxed, not tense, because there's no way to transition between tones from a point of tension. Again, you need to do it from a point of relaxation. So, easiest way to do it, one tone at a time. Open slap, open slap, open slap, open slap. Super relaxed, open slap, no tension anywhere. Super relaxed and open slap. Very, very, very easy, right? So transitioning between opening tones and slap tones while being relaxed causes you to be able to make more musical phrases when you don't have to focus on the pressures in your hands. So now we've worked on heel toe, super important. Open slaps, open transitioning between those tones, that's the whole key to this game here. All right, now we're going to talk about the tumbao. Tumbao is the basic pattern for playing Afro-Latin grooves. All right, it's a combination of stroke types, and it's a perfect one to start practicing if you wanted to work on your stroke types. So, in getting the right sounds. And the first thing it starts with is a heel toe. That's the first thing you do. You go heel, toe, slap. So you've set yourself up for a nice muted slap with your heel, toe, because your hand is now flat on the surface, and then getting a nice muted slap there. So you have heel, toe, slap. The next thing that happens is another toe. So you have heel, toe, slap, toe. Next thing that happens is another heel toe motion. So that's going to require a lifting and dropping of the wrist. So now you have toe, heel, toe all in a row. Toe, heel, toe. You got to go toe, heel, toe. Heel, toe, slap, toe, heel, toe. Heel, toe, slap, toe, heel, toe. The next thing that happens, two open tones. Open, open, back at beat one. And that's it. That's the thing. You have heel, toe, slap, toe, heel, toe, open, open, heel, toe, slap, toe, heel, toe, open, open. So, there's your tumbao. Heel, toe, slap, toe, heel, toe.